Hi guys, Keith Argberg Farms. It is currently the second week of January, and it actually feels like I'm getting things accomplished for once. This is something I have not really felt on this farm since I've actually started it, because I've just done so much in the past 6 years building all this out. I've got all kinds of little loose ends that I've been wanting to tie up. So this week I'm going to take you around the farm and kind of show you just the little bits and pieces I'm working on here and there, and kind of getting everything kind of tied up in the facility and kind of make it feel more like an active farm where I can just concentrate on the farming instead of the building and creating and adding on and doing this, that, and the other. So yeah, let me show you. Also, as a reminder, every third Thursday of the month we do a live Q&A to answer all your questions and talk about what's going on the farm. That's the third Thursday every month at 5 p.m. Central Time. Also, don't forget to go over to arkenbergfarms.com, scroll down the bottom, digital tools and training. Got a bunch of cool spreadsheets down there. Then finally, we are booking Mother Earth News Fairs this year. I'm going to be at all 4 of them. We're going to be doing Texas, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Lawrence, Kansas. While I'm there, I'm going to be setting up some consult times to set up an hour to go over whatever you'd like to discuss on your farm. I will be getting ready to start booking those. They'll be on the website as well. So hope to see you all there, and help everybody out as much as possible. So it's Monday. It's a very strange, eerie day out here for Northeast Kansas. We usually don't ever get fog this late in the day, no matter what the time of season is. A couple days ago, when we finally broke out of the deep freeze, which if you didn't catch my last video, what the results of the greenhouse were after the week of deep freeze, check it out. But we got this, but that's because the ground was steaming because it went through such a quick temperature change. Today, I mean, it's just like this. It's weird. It's eerie. I don't know what to say. My plan today was actually to go out here and use the 5020 that I have parked over here and go out and actually start getting the field going. I mean, got it parked right there. I got my new disc back there. It's a scallop disc that I got about a month ago. Did a video on it, picking up farm equipment from somebody. The one thing I do need to do is there's a block right there. I need to weld some pins on the back of that so I can actually drop my weights on, because it's not heavy enough to actually sink. And the other thing I'm probably going to have to do with it is there's 2 more holes here where the bolts are that I can actually adjust forward and adjust the camber on it to where it's more aggressive, to where it'll actually dig the discs in deeper and get a better turn to get all the crap out there actually pushed down into the soil. So that's kind of what the plans are today. So we'll get started. So that's a lot of effort for an extra couple degrees of camber. I moved the bolts from here to here, so like a ½ inch, but it should actually make them to where they're more pitched and they'll actually dig in deeper and cut better. I believe the back setting's for a finish setting, the front setting's for a turn setting. I need to do a turn setting because I'm going to go attack the sunflower field. So let's see how this goes. We're going right into the fog, into the old sunflower field from last week. So, I'm not gonna lie to you, that ended up a freaking mess out there. It is still way too wet, and with, you know, the 100% humidity we have out here, everything I'm trying to chop up's wet too, so it just bogged up that disc, and yeah, I put the damn thing away because I'm done working on it. Either way, I did get reset to where I wanted it, but now I've got to go pack up some orders. I got some deliveries due tonight, so I'm going to head on and start all that. So today it's gotten nice and warm out, really sunny. I've been meaning to finish up the irrigation in this Caterpillar tunnel since I actually got all this stuff here. Oh, probably a month or two ago I did the irrigation in the tunnel next to me. Check it out, I did a video on that. I believe it's called something like irrigation in a Caterpillar tunnel. Also got some chickens out here today in this high tunnel, basically for the specific purpose of picking through all this grass on the side of the tunnel. These beds never actually got made and prepped. And they kind of got a little, well, they got full of grass last season. So I figured it'd be a good time to get some birds in here and actually just go along these sides and go along this grass and pick out any of the seed that might have come out of any of that grass. Just a quick way to nip it in the bud now. Nitrogen that they're going to poop out, I'm not really worried about that. This is all going to be cucumbers and overhead crops, so I don't have to worry about any times, periods for putting greens or anything in here, so I'm not really worried about that either. So for now, I'm going to start putting drops on my main irrigation line. I already have this strung. I did this earlier this week. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get them put up and work the way across the greenhouse. So I couldn't find my punch tool, so what I did is I got an ice pick and wrapped some tape around it. So it's just normal sharp pointy thing that I found laying around. Wrap tape on it, that way when I jab it into my, what is that, 1-inch line, I don't poke it through the other side. But I do have to make a hole so I can insert the barb on the end of these weighted lines that hold up my irrigation. All right, got that task complete. So now I would test it, but I still have the birds in here. So what I'm gonna go do is go run some errands, and I'm gonna put the birds home, and probably I'll end up getting to testing this probably tomorrow because we're gonna lose light here before long anyways. So we're now down to the end of the week, and I want to test that irrigation out today. Here is my control valve box for irrigation. I've actually got it bled off right now, which is this valve here, lets pressure out, and this valve back here cuts off the water to everything out there. There's a secondary valve that goes to the post-harvest, but we don't even need to worry about that. So I'll get those turned on, and yeah, let's see how it works. So we shut the drain valve off, turn the supply valve on. That should put water to the farm. The other one going back in the ground, actually right down there, feeds the post-harvest area. So my main irrigation line going out. So 1-inch main line that runs all the way out through the center of the farm. All right, so I got the bad boys running. I forgot to put my pressure reducer on, so it actually blew off one of these heads down here. The fact that water was out of the line and there was air and water kind of created a water hammer type effect too, and that might have blown off. You do have to watch these after the first time you put them on, because these are just friction fits, so stuff can come loose and will come loose. But hey, I'm getting wet, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna run these for 15, maybe 20 or 30. I'll have to come back in and kind of figure it out. What I'm trying to do is get moisture back in the soil, because it is so dry in here, because this was on drip irrigation and the drip has not been turned on probably about 2 months. But I need to start working this, especially this bed over here that I never built. I basically need to get this all prepped for next season, so I'll have it ready. I mean, it's January now, but let's see, I'll be planting in here in March. So that's only 2 months away. So I've got the time, and when it's nice outside, I need to be out here doing this stuff. But when it's not nice, I'll show you what I've been doing the rest of the week. Hey, I forgot to mention, we're still in winter, so as soon as I'm done irrigating in there, I'm going to shut the water back off, open the drain, and drain that line back. Right now I've only got water pushed this far. I'm not feeding the whole farm, so it'll be easy to get that line drained. In the post-harvest building is the final project I've really been working on. I've been working on this now for a couple weeks on and off. The one thing about anywhere on a farm is the amount of stuff you start to accumulate. I mean, I've got racks and totes. Let me get the other light on over here. And all of this stuff was actually jammed back in this corner right here. Before, my desk was right here against the wall so I could look outside. Now I want a background, so when I'm doing Q&As and I'm doing other things, I have something behind me. I've also got a bunch of pictures I'm going to put up behind me too. So I really want this corner, like right here, to be my office. And then I'll have my racks that I can move around because they're all on wheels. And also, I'm going to use a piece of paneling on the back of them, so when I don't want to see them, I can just turn them around and they'll disappear. But I'll show you all that here in the next couple weeks. I've got other projects I'm working on up here too. Honestly, I want this to be more organized and better, I don't know, just to look nicer. I'm going to put some panels up top because the space on top of the walk-in has become an area to store stuff as well. And I moved the reach-in fridge, which you can't see back there. It's behind the shelf, back to that wall, so I think that'll help out a lot. Pretty happy with the post-harvest area right here and the way that operates. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all the pallets in here and find another way to move stuff around. But I'll be showing you all that here in a couple weeks. So, as always, it's been a busy week on the farm, trying to get stuff really, not necessarily set for next season, but just going for next season. I mean, now's the time to do it. I've got the spare time because we're not doing much. We're doing a little bit of harvest, a little bit of post-harvest work, packing orders directly to deliver and going from there. Right now I've got all my seeds ordered. I've got my crop plan pretty much set where I need it. Need to do some things like get another couple people hired if all possible, and just the normal stuff here on the farm. But either way, again, I have opened up the membership portion of my YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out. It's a great way to support the farm, support the activities I do out here, and the more support I have, the more activities I can do and better help everybody else. Again, with the consulting times, I've got those starting to open up. At this point, I'm going to go finish packing orders, get ready to deliver. So, hope you liked what you saw today and thought it was useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.